Hey guys, it's Marlies, the Productive Babe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming another plan with me for the last week of August and my last summer kit that I'll be using for 2025, which is very exciting. This is for August 25th through the 31st. I am using the Coastal Life artwork, and this kit is from Paper and Gumption. I just absolutely love the art and the color in this kit. It just really gives me August vibes, like anything with like lighthouses or like lake themed. I know this is technically like a beach theme, but this just, I don't know, kits like this just give me August vibes. So I'm really excited to be using this as my last summer kit. And then next week we will be into fall, which is so exciting. I am just absolutely stoked for that. This is the following week that I'm filming this. So we are already in the first week of September. But yeah, I love the colors. I especially love this like red coral color and then like the dark blue. I tried to pull in that red as much as I could, and then I just printed some like extras here. And then I kind of stole one of these date dots for a different spread that I was working on. And then I have some like other full boxes that I printed or glitter headers, and then of course the deco and the doodles that came with the kit, which I have already pulled the ones that I will be using. But yeah, I really hope that this spread turns out nice. I feel like this was kind of a boring week, but there are a couple exciting things that happened, which I'll get into. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the base like I normally do, and then I will come back for the day by day. Okie dokie, guys. Okay, we have laid down the base, and I feel like there were a lot of boxes that looked very similar, like had a lot of like lobster elements in it, so I was kind of trying to space them out. But anywho, in my sidebar, again, nothing like super eventful happened, so I just pulled this little not paper shire, stick with the PlannerCo from a summer sheet that I had. And actually, you know what? That's a lie. I could have marked, because the pumpkin cream cold brew came back at Starbucks this week, and you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I literally had a coffee themed kit planned for this week just in celebration of the fall menu returning at Starbucks. But I decided to use this kit instead because I did want to use one more summer kit to close out the end of the season. So yeah, I just pushed that coffee themed kit to September, which I feel like it fits better anyway with the colors. But anywho, on Monday, let's just get into it. I got gas in the morning, super exciting. Why did I put this over here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll just do a label, and then I did my regular morning yoga, which I have been slacking this week. I'm just so tired. But things have to get done. And then I marked that I did some work. So put that in. And then for my yoga, let's do an appointment label. Yeah. That'll be the first part of Monday. Is that crooked? That's fine. Okay, for getting gas, I just pulled the car from the kit. And then, of course, I get gas script. And then for yoga, I have a sticker from Mochi Kichi and yoga. And then for work, I used the laptops that came with the kit because I think they're super cute. They remind me of the old school SPC laptops. I don't know if you guys remember those, but I still have some of them. But they've kind of lost their stickiness, so I'm like not really able to use them, but it's okay because these look exactly like them. And then I had to make a couple of like personal calls, not like work related calls, but like, I don't know, just, you know, sometimes you have like phone calls that you have to make for different things, and I kind of procrastinate and just like do it all in one go. Pretty sure it was like my health insurance and like probably like some banking stuff too, I'm assuming. So we'll put that in with the label. My sticker's kind of big though. Yeah, let me pull in a bigger box because I'm using a big sticker for that. And then I got groceries. I had a thick order of Happy Mail from Stick with the Plan Co. come this day. Like very, very hefty. So if you want to put that in, and then I was kind of like budgeting towards the end of the day, so we'll also mark that. Pink, yellow. Okay. So let's I think we'll do that for budgeting, right? Is that okay? Groceries and then Happy Mail. Ooh, there is a bug on my desk. Oh my god, I don't even know what that is. That's gross. Okay. Okay, where was I? Groceries. Sorry, guys. That's crooked. I think that's still crooked. But, okay, and then I have my Happy Mail that came in. From Stick with the Plan Co. And it actually came relatively quickly for it being from overseas. I don't know exactly where the shop is located. I want to, okay, there we go. I want to say the UK. But it actually came within like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay. For making calls, I have this sticker. Oh, that's going to cover it. Perfect. That's from Stick with the Plan Co. And then I just have a make calls script, and then groceries. This is from Bella Planella. I pulled this one in because I felt like it matched that color perfectly. Speaking of which, I need to get groceries because it's like Thursday and have not done any sort of like meal planning. Okay, and then I just pulled a little squidge for Stick with the Plan Co. Happy Mail. And little credit cards for doing some budgeting right after I got a very big order for stickers. Okay, then on Tuesday, the fall menu, like I said, returned to Starbucks. So I always mark that in my planner. You can call me a basic bitch if you want, but that shit is so good. Like, I'm pretty sure there's crack in there or something because I'm literally drinking one right now. Oh, it's just so good. So good. How do I want to mark that? I mean, I'm just gonna use a label. No, that's too small. That is too small. Let's use one of these because it is a momentous occasion for me. And then cleaned the litter box and then got some breakfast tacos with my mans in the morning. Okay, and then for cleaning the litter box, let's just do an appointment label. Okay, for getting my pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks, the first one of the season, I have a little squidge. I'm pretty sure that I printed this myself. I think it's one of the printables, so if it looks a little bit off, it's not the shop, it's me. Although I recently fixed my cut settings on my silhouette, so hopefully I had to like recalibrate it because I noticed that my stickers were not printing properly. But I have since figured out how to fix that, which has been nice. So not this plan with me, but starting, I think after the next one is when I had fixed it. So like, okay. So after my next plan with me, I think is when I fixed it. So my stickers have been cutting like perfectly since then. Like, I don't know if you can notice, but let me see. Like on my headers, for example, I don't know if you see, there's like this really thin white space above, like it was cutting a little bit over the cut line, which isn't a big deal. Like it's not like super noticeable, but it was really bothering me. And yeah, I wanted to fix it because, anyhow, that's for Scooping Poop from Once More with Love. And then I have another sticker from Once More with Love to mark that we got some breakfast tacos in the morning. And then I also marked work this day. I actually marked work every single day. Well, at least like Monday through Friday. So yeah, it's been actually pretty busy. We will do a square box for work if I can find them. Oh, here they are. Okay, yeah. Just for work. Yeah, see, like you can see that there's a thin little white space. So if you have a silhouette and you're having that problem, you have to run a calibration, which it took me forever to like find that. But once I did, it was like super easy to fix. Okay, then I also pulled some stickers for a spread and I filmed a plan with me. Let's probably, oh wait, hold on, I put that the wrong side. Glad I caught that before I put down everything else. Okay. Yeah, because my laptop needs to go on that side. And then like I said, I pulled stickers, so. And then I did film a plan with me. And then we finished The Big Bang Theory, which was really sad because we have been watching that for the past couple weeks and we finally finished the last episode. It's always like super sad when you finish a series, especially if it's one that's been on for like many years. Not that it was like a super emotional season finale, but I don't know. I think of like the actors and how they've been working together for so long and how it must be like kind of sad for like something like that to come to an end. Although I'm sure some of them were probably ready for it to be over, but I don't know. It's just kind of sad, in my opinion. So that is for marking work. The same laptop from the kit. And then for pulling stickers, I think that's from SPC. I feel like it's kind of hard to tell now because a lot of the shops use like the same doodles, so I can't tell anymore. But I'm pretty sure that looks like SPC because hers are like a little bit smaller, although she has since gotten rid of the doodles, which is kind of sad. But I think that she's reformatting them, so that's kind of exciting. That camera is from Paper Milk to mark that I filmed a video. And then for finishing Big Bang, I just pulled a TV from the kit. Then on Wednesday, I wanted to mark that it was payday. So let's do a label for payday. And then I did a hot buns class at my gym, which is a like glutes class. And my sticker's kind of big, so I think I'm gonna use, I don't know how I'm gonna fit this. Hold on. Probably gonna have to cut that. Let's see. I mark work. Okay, let's do this for work. And then gym, and then I added and uploaded a video. I might just have to use little things, I guess. Let's see. Gonna have to kind of squeeze that in. Let me see if I can fit. Okay. I think that'll be okay. I'm gonna have to cut my workout sticker though. Okay, for payday, I just pulled the little dollars from the kit, and then I have a payday script. And then I pulled this sticker from Stick with the Plan Co, but I'm going to cut her. I'm just going to cut her leg off. Oh, I hate that, but there we go. That fits. Okay. And then my hot buns script. And then for editing, I just pulled a YouTube laptop. And then I also uploaded, I believe that script is from Planahannah. And then another laptop from the kit to mark work. Okay. Let me take a little coffee sip real quick. Okay. I also, oh, this was exciting. Okay. So I have mentioned before that the first half of 2024 I did not memory plan. So I have 6 months in that planner that were completely empty. And I was talking about how sad I was every time I look at that planner because it's half empty and I've been memory planning for like 7 or 8 years now. And I've always been like a little bit behind, but I've never been that behind. And I decided that I was going to plan. Because at first, like, being behind for 6 months sounded very daunting, especially from like a cost perspective. Like, if I had to, buy like 26 kits to back plan while also keeping up with my 2025 planner, which I'm completely caught up with. Like, that would be very expensive. But now that I print and cut my own kits, I was like, this is actually very doable. Like, I mean, it doesn't cost much if you print and cut your own kits. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do it. It's going to take a while, but it'll be worth it to have that planner closed out. And honestly, I started that last week because this is last week that I'm filming this for me. And I've already gotten through January and February. So it's actually not taking as long as I thought. Obviously, like, I'm not using like foil or anything, so like that helps. Like, it's a lot quicker. But yeah, I think I could probably honestly finish everything by like the end of October. And then that'll be nice to, like I said, close out that 2024 planner, which was not a good year for me, honestly, but I don't know. Planning was just not, definitely took a back seat. I was like really, I don't want to say struggling with work, but the work was just like very stressful in that time. So, anywho, that is from Once More Love to Mark, doing my like 2024 kit lineup. So I was going through and looking at what kits I wanted to use for January to June of 2024, and I was able to nail down the kits that I wanted to use. I kind of just like watched kit lineup videos from that time to see like what art was circulating. And that helped a lot because I wanted to mainly use art from 2024, although you will see on Instagram, because I won't be filming them, but I will be posting the finished spreads on my Instagram, and I already have some of them up now. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. I'm blinking. Okay. Yeah. Not pulling stickers, for doing my kit lineup for 2024. And then we also sold our old printer on Facebook Marketplace this day. So we met up with the people to give them our printer, and it was actually like really sweet because it was a teacher, and I think we had it listed for like $20 because like it's an old Canon printer and we have since bought a new one. And she was like, yeah, like I just wanted a printer for my classroom and they're all super expensive. And we're just like, oh my God, like we should have just given it to her for free. But anywho, that is for marking meeting up with her to sell the printer. And then I did edit some kits this day in Silhouette Studio so that I can print and cut the next day, which I did. And that's from Bella Planella. Okay, moving on to Thursday. I slept in and then I got Starbucks, did some work, and then I printed and cut, I'm pretty sure January, yeah, I printed and cut January 2024 kits. So we'll do a little thing for sleeping in. And then Starbucks. So yeah, I literally decided the day before that I was going to memory plan 2024. And then I was already printing and cutting kits this day for 2024. And I will fix that because that's definitely crooked, right? Okay. For work, just use that. And then for printing and cutting, let me see if I can fit a label. I can. Let me just move this up. Okay, for sleeping in, I pulled a sleep mask from the kit. Oh my gosh, I want to take a nap so bad. I'm so tired. And then a sleep in script. And then for getting Starbucks, the coffee cup is also from the kit. I just love using the doodles that come in kits. It makes it so easy. And then for work, laptop from the kit and a work script. And then for printing and cutting January 2024, I believe this is also from the kit. I like that the paper and gumption kits come with a little silhouette and printer. And a print and cut script. Okay, I also had my 6-month dental cleaning this day, which I absolutely hate going to the dentist. Like actually despise. Not because I'm scared of the dentist. Like I have had so much work done on my teeth that nothing bothers me anymore. Like I've like shots and stuff. Like none of that bothers me. I've had so many like root canals and stuff. But what bothers me is every time I go, I just hear dollar signs. It's like there's just always something that needs to be done, and it's just really irritating. But yeah, that was not a fun dental trip. But okay, I also put away laundry, and then I started doing rewind a spread. So how I'm going to mark it in my planner is anytime I am memory planning or like pulling stickers for 2024, I'm going to label it as rewind spread. That is what I have decided. So I did that this day. And then I guess we'll use a label. And then I also, my boyfriend cooked a dinner this night, so I did want to mark that in. So we'll just do a little thing. For my dentist appointment, that is from Paper and Milk. I feel like I need more dentist stickers because I notice I don't really have a ton. And for as often as I go, I feel like I need more. That is from Bella Planella for laundry, and then I have a fold laundry script. And then for starting on rewind spreads, that is from the kit. That's what I love about printables is I can literally decide that I want to do something and then print it and cut it, and then I can plan that exact same day. So I do have a rewind spread script that I also made, and then that is for my boyfriend cooking dinner. That is from the kit. On Friday, I started my morning with the hot Pilates class. So I think I'm going to use a little thing to mark that. And then I did film, edit, and upload a video. So do a label. And then I also marked work. And then I had a like reward for on the Jimmy John's app. So I thought, you know what? Why not? That sounds really good. So I got some Jimmy John's for lunch, and it was great. That is for marking work again. And then I'll just use a little thing for getting my little Jimmy John's sandwich. I think it was like $6 off or something, which, I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. For my hot Pilates class, I pulled a little tennis shoe from the kit. Oops. And then a hot Pilates script. For filming, editing, and uploading, another YouTube laptop. And then my script. For work, another laptop from the kit. Work script. And then for getting Jimmy John's, oops, I put that on the wrong side. For my sandwich, I just have a doodle from SPC. And then I actually do have a Jimmy John's script, and I think this is from Station Stickers. Okay, and then I spent pretty much the rest of Friday working on my January 2024 rewind spreads. Excuse me. Ooh. So let's mark that with a pretty big sticker because that took most of my evening up. And then we had Panda Express for dinner, and then my boyfriend got a bottle of champagne on the way home from work. So I wanted to put that in. And what was I marking? Oh, Panda Express. There we go. That'll be for getting some Panda takeout. Okay, for working on rewind spreads, I have a scribbler from SPC. It kind of matches that coral color. Pretty sure I did like 8 spreads this week, which is crazy. Well, in between rewind spreads and then my regular filming. And then for Panda Express, I think that is from Bella Planella or Pink Planner Shop. And I have a Panda Express script. And then for champagne, that is from Paper and Milk. And that was Friday. Okay, moving on to set. This is really bothering me, actually. This is like totally off center. Let's fix that. Okay, that's fine. It's a little bit messed up, but it's okay. Saturday, we got Starbucks in the morning. And I'll just use a label for Starbucks. And then I worked on printing and cutting kits for February 2024. Let's see. So let's see. Oops. Oh, Jesus. Did not cut right. Use a bigger sticker because printing and cutting does take a while. And then I did a little bit of meal planning, just prepping some food. I'll just use a little thing. Actually, no, I'm out of the appointment labels. Okay, that's fine. For Starbucks, I have a sticker from Grin and Barrett. And a Starbucks script. And then for printing and cutting February, I believe that is from Paper and Gumption, but I don't think it's from the kit. It's just one of the printables that they sell. Let me cut this. Print and cut. And then for meal planning, this is from SPC. And I have a meal plan script. I believe that is from Carly Plans. Then I marked that I took a nap, which I would love to take a nap right now. Okay, that was for my nap. And then we went out to, actually, it was kind of like an early dinner for my boyfriend's mom's birthday, which was either the week before this or the week before that, but they were on a cruise in Europe, so we celebrated when they got back this week. So I do want to put in that we went to dinner. Or yeah, it was like an early dinner, late lunch. Maybe that. Oh yeah, that totally works because we went to like a seafood restaurant. Kind of like a Southern Comfort seafood restaurant here in San Antonio. It's called Southerly, and they have two locations. They have one at the Pearl, which is the one that I like, and then there's this one at the Rim, which is like the complete opposite side of town for us. But I don't know why we went all the way over there. And their menus are just like slightly different. This one is, I think, more seafood leaning, which I don't like seafood at all, but it wasn't my birthday, so it's fine. And then it was so freaking hot this night. Like I could not sleep. It was insanely hot. Like you would have thought I was going through menopause or something. I guess it was a hot day. I don't remember. It's still hot, but that is from Bella Planella to mark taking a nap, and then for going out to an early dinner at Southerly. I just pulled in a scribbler, and then I do have a Southerly script. And then for it being very hot and not being able to sleep, that is a squidge from Stick with the Plan Co. And then I have a Hot AF script. Okay, on Sunday, I marked that I slept in, and we got Starbucks again. You're going to see Starbucks a lot more in my planner now that the fall menu is back, just being honest. Because I'm a crazy person, and I love the pumpkin cream cold brew. It's my favorite drink. Starbucks, and then I worked on some more rewind spreads, which was fun. So let's do that. And that'll be for Starbucks. The sleeping mask is from Paper and Gumption. Oops, not the right script. I have a sleep-in script. And then I pulled a coffee cup from Bella Planella that matches the kit to mark getting Starbucks. And then for working on rewind spreads, I'm pretty sure I was on to February at this point. That is from Whimsical Cat Studio stickers. And then I have a rewind spread script. Then I just did some laundry like I normally do on Sundays. It's just kind of the routine. Unless we're like out of town or something. And then we decided, since we had finished Big Bang Theory, we needed a new sitcom to start. So we started Friends, and I love Friends. I've seen it many, many times. I think it's the best sitcom of all time, in my humble opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, but also a lot of people do like it. But it was exciting because my boyfriend had never seen Friends, so we are starting that together, and I don't know, it's just exciting to share something that you really enjoy with someone else. Also, Friends got me through some really hard times when I was in college, when I was kind of struggling with some health issues. I just always had it playing, so it kind of reminds me of that time in my life, which was not necessarily a good time. It was actually a terrible time, but it brought me a lot of comfort, so getting to watch it again and experience that with him for the first time is, I don't know, it's nice. So excited about that being our next show together. And then my mom dropped off some barbecue that she had picked up with my dad. So I do want to put that in because my mom actually made a script because my mom drops off food quite a bit, which I love because then I don't have to cook. So I did make a script for it because it's so often. And then it was randomly very rainy this day. Like I can't remember, I think it was like storming this night. And I just felt like that was really random because the previous day it was super hot. So that is from SPC to Mark, just doing some Sunday laundry. And then for starting Friends, I just pulled a TV from the kit. Actually, I think I have Friends stickers now that I think about it from Coffee Monsters Co. I could have used that, but I forgot. Yeah, that's okay. And then that is from Carly Plans, I think, or Planahana. And then for my mom, dropping off some food. I think that's from Pink Planner Shop. And I made a mom food drop script to mark that. And then for the rain, oh, I'm going to cut his little feet off, I think. Or for the storm that we had. That is from Paper and Milk. And then I just have a rainy day script. And that was the last half of the week. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, guys, this is the finished spread for August 25th through the 31st, my very last summer kit for 2025. We are closing out the summer season with a banger. I loved how this came out. I just absolutely love the colors of the kit. Yeah, it's super cute. I love the coastal theme. So really quick, I'm just going to run through my leftovers so you guys can see. I mean, there is just so much. I feel like, I don't know, I love printable kits. And this isn't even everything. Paper and Gumption, like their kits come with so many pages, but I only print like what I need and it's still a ton left over. Like it's crazy. Lots of doodles, which I will be putting into my sticker book so I can pull those for different spreads. And then I finished the full boxes. So I will make sure to link the artist down below because I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like I never know up until like I am editing the video. But yeah, let me know if you guys are using any sort of variation of this kit in the summer. I know Scribble Prints Co. did it. I think Pink Planner Shop may have come out with it. I think Caress Press did too. So I'd love to see or love to hear if you guys are also using it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did make it this far, leave a seashell down below in the comments. If there is a seashell emoji, I don't know. But, or not, you know, just comment whatever you like. But definitely give the video a like. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you don't want to miss out on future planner content, I do recommend hitting the subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video for September. Bye!